This is a short court version of the pickleball game that we've been playing. Players are going to be working on controlling the ball as well as their body positioning. Because they're in a much more confined area, the movements are going to be much tighter. Now, in this game, you're still going to be working on the 4 R's that we've been talking about: read, recover, respond, react. So, for example, the players are going to be reading when they're anticipating where their opponents will send the ball. So, for example, if blue here was standing up here, red would anticipate that the ball was going to come over here. Now, if blue had moved over here in between shots, red would move up there, knowing that the target trajectory is probably going to be across. Next, players will work on recovery when they get back to their base position. So, for example, if blue here served the ball over to red, and red hit the ball and hit back and made it a short one, so blue had to run up to it and hit it back, blue would then run back behind their baseline so that they're ready for the next hit back over the net. Players will be responding because as the person strikes the ball, you're going to be covering, and players will also be reacting because you're going to be making little changes as the ball is coming towards you so that you're in front of your hitting zone. Now, the cool thing about this game is going to be its scoring system. So, for example, if blue here won a rally 4 times, they'd get a point. Now, for blue to get another point, they need to win the rally 6 times. Meanwhile, red here, that hasn't scored yet, still only needs to win the rally 4 times to get the point. And so basically, we're changing the rules so that we can make the game close. For this progression, you have a feeder that's going to be standing at the net, and then you have a hitter that's going to be standing behind a blue line, which is going to be their home base. And so basically the rules of this game are that the feeder must toss the ball anywhere on the court, but the hitter must always return the ball back to the feeder. So for example, the feeder can toss the ball over here. The hitter must run up there to hit it, back to the feeder. The feeder could then hit it over here, and the hitter must now go and react to where they've hit and hit back, and always run back to their base position. So they're always going to be working on these 4 R's that we've been talking about, and especially in this game, you're going to be working on recovering to your base, as well as adjusting because you're going to be making little changes as the ball is coming towards you in order to get an efficient hit over the net. So in this progression, we have a feeder at the net again and a hitter that's behind their home base that we've created here with this blue line. And then there's also a spot on the ground, which is going to be the target for where the feeder is going to be feeding the ball. So the rules of this game are that the feeder must send the ball to the spot in front of the hitter's home base, but the hitter sends the ball to spaces in the court, and basically it can be anywhere on the court. So I'll show you a little simulation of how that's going to look. So if blue serves the ball to the spot, and then red hits the ball, red can hit the ball over here, red can hit the ball over here, or they can hit the ball over here, basically anywhere to open spaces. And so in this game, the hitter is going to be working on hitting to spaces in the court, whereas the feeder will be working on their footwork. Again, we're going to be talking about these 4 R's here. This game particularly will be focusing on base, because the hitter must always return to their blue base position, and also reacting. For this progression, you've got 2 hitters, 2 home plates, as well as 2 targets to aim for. And so you're going to be working on the 4 R's like we have this whole time, especially on recovering here to your base, as well as reacting and adjusting as the ball is coming towards you. Now the rules for this game are that you must always return to your home base between hits, and that you're trying to hit the opponent's spot. You can do either cooperative style or competitive style. It depends on, what you want to do. And so basically, say blue goes over the net, hits the target, maybe that's 1 point for them, and then red would hit back, and if they hit the target, that's a point for them. And then maybe blue hits the target, but then it's on a trajectory like that. Red's got to then move over so that they can hit the ball back to blue on their target.